And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie as we begin a Thursday morning. How are you?
Man,
63. How'd you like it out there?
I enjoyed it. It was wonderful. I think an air conditioner may have cut off. It got cool, so the smoke was coming away from my electric meter outside because that sucker was spinning so fast.
But you know the interesting thing about what Odie is, yours was at least turning.
It was turning, so I was on that lucky one.
We'll tell you all about the power outage that happened yesterday. That's up and coming this morning. Also, we'll get a little bit deeper here into a very serious subject in just a moment that has happened in Meridian overnight. If you're just waking up, we're going to give you time to get in with us, but a shooting has happened overnight. Innocent people. We'll tell you about that coming up here in a few moments also. Still big goings on at the Democrat National Convention as they shake, rattle, and roll. A lot of singing and things going on where they try to convince Americans that's the way to go. We'll see what becomes of that. I think Oprah spoke last night.
I had another reason not to watch.
Yeah. Oh, Oprah, she's hanging on. You know who I'm shocked, and I could be wrong because I don't know the lineup. I'm shocked they don't have Whoopi, because she is a very, very outspoken Democrat, and I would have almost thought that she would be part of the speeches that go on there to rally the crowds.
I mean, there's not 3 people that watch that program, so I figured they already had those 3.
Bill Clinton, they said that he was very shaky last night during his speech that he gave, and he even noted that he didn't have very many Democrat conventions left in him. Is he trying to tell us something, that his health is not all that great? Possibly. What is it? And we all know this. He's 78. I know people that are 78. I know people that are 89 and 90 that you would think were 60. I don't know who lives right, how it changes, but each person is different. And age can fool you on some people.
Yeah, some people are rode harder and put up wetter.
Some 78-year-olds are just sharp. They know things to where, like Biden and looks as though Bill is starting to have issues now.
Well, maybe Hillary's starting to put something in his pancakes other than batter.
You hate to explore someone's personal life, but I bet those two rarely ever sit down for a meal together. What are your bets on that?
Oh, no. They may be in the same house, but it's big enough she lives in half. And
I'm not even sure it's the same house.
May not be.
But, they do.
He may be in the mother-in-law apartment.
Correct. That may be the way that's going on there.
So Terry said Bill had some heart issues. So, and I don't care if I don't agree with your personal and your political thoughts and all that. I wish zero ill will on anyone, and I hope that medically you're okay. I know we all get to the end of our time, need to talk to the Lord about what we've done. But so prayers go out to him and his health. But yeah, I don't give a flip about your political stance.
Yeah, total different story. I was looking at the story. Man, I can't eat this. You ever just read a story and it sends chills over you?
Oh, yeah.
This one does. It was an 80-year-old grandmother that to keep active, she walked dogs for folks in the neighborhood.
Well, I mean, guess that would...
Where we get into is the lack of judges doing their job of putting people behind bars that need to stay there. A carjacker, a career criminal, steals a car. She is drugged to her death. Odie, 80 years old, drugged behind the car till she died. I mean, that just, whoo, woof, whoa, that sent all over me there reading that story.
Yeah. I mean, I got an idea of what his punishment should be.
Yeah, man,
I have
it should
an
be.
idea of what it's going to be.
We'll find out. I don't. You just never know with the judges that we now have. So that's what we're looking at there. We're going to get into some local things coming up in just a moment as we begin your day. We do hope you enjoy this 63 degree weather we've got outside right now.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah. Coming up, we're going to talk about what happened overnight. It's next to where we've got two people that are in critical condition. We'll talk about that next here at the Scotty Ray Report.
Working on a big project? Need reliable equipment? Paris Tractor has you covered. From skid steers to excavators, tractors to trenchers, we have top quality equipment for rent on a project-to-project basis. All our equipment is expertly maintained for peak performance, ensuring you get the job done right. Our team is here to help you choose the perfect machinery for your needs with flexible rental terms to fit any project. Call us or visit parisrents.com to rent your equipment today. Come see us at Paris Tractor, where we'll
Hey, this is Greg, and everybody knows I love to eat good food. So when you're out and about, come on down to Long's Fish Camp. Been here for over 50 years serving some of the South's best fried fish, hush puppies, shrimp, and hey, don't forget the coleslaw. Probably the best anywhere in the world. Excellent food, excellent service. Drive on down to Enterprise, Mississippi, and enjoy your food from Long's. Remember, at Long's, everybody's family.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
The Preserve at Meridian is the premier senior living community in the Meridian living cottages, assisted living, and maintain their independence and pursue an engaging lifestyle with a robust activities calendar, personalized care programs, wellness activities, restaurant-style dining, and much more. Call or visit us online today at preserveatmeridian.com to schedule your personal tour.
H&H Residential of Meridian is your #1 carpet and flooring store. If you've been thinking of a new look for your home or office, call for a free estimate or consultation. H&H can install or you can do it yourself. H&H has all of your design needs from color, style, and texture. If you can dream it, H&H can make it a reality. Come see the large selection of hardwood flooring, laminate, vinyl, and even carpet. H&H Residential of Meridian, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, 321 Hawkins Crossing Road. Call Rosemary anytime, 601-462-9541.
Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. The unthinkable would happen last night, Odie, as you slept. Now, you've got to, I want you to visualize this with me. You're at home with your wife. You're a man. You hear gunshots in the distance, and you and your wife get out of your bed to go to your safe space, to where you feel that you're going to be safe. You wouldn't make it. We have, and this is the early beginnings, and I want to remind you, when we get information that's early on into an investigation, things can and will change of the information. This is what we've got right now. I understand that a husband and wife have been airlifted to Jackson for medical help. He was struck in the head with a bullet. She was struck in the eye with a bullet. I think he is in worse shape than she is at this point. It's horrible. The unthinkable would happen here. This would happen in the 1600 block of 37th Avenue. And I know you're thinking, where in the world is this? This overlooks Highland Park, is where this is, on top of the hill, looking down at Highland Park, if you were to look down at it. It was a drive-by shooting is basically what this was, of people. And we see this every night as we've had these blitz. And I urge this. We've had every county department doing these blitz for coming up on Labor Day weekend. And we can even help give some addresses of where to set up blitz to get some of these folks off of the streets at right around after dark that don't need to be there. I think it's time for some real tough police work. And what I mean by that, coming from the mayor's office all the way up, just walks right on up City Hall to where the mayor's office sits. What's he going to do about crime? We need some answers.
I'm going to play devil's advocate for just a second.
Okay, put it on me.
These guys right here, these police officers, they work their butt off, and they get off, and they need help. They need so much more help. They need more people because they work their butt off, and they put themselves in danger every single day. They put their lives on the line every single day for the ones that they take into custody and take to court, and the judge lets them free. Not just here, this is everywhere. Mm-hmm. And the judge lets them free. And after you put your life on the line, time in and time out, over and over again, just for the criminal to be let out with no punishment, these officers turn around and say, why am I putting my life on the line where a legal system does not support our actions? And this is the type of activity that we get. Now is the time for us to look at God and say, God, we need you back into our lives. We need law and we need order, and we need it now. And it's going to start with our police arresting people and our court system holding them to what they've done.
Now, I would like to know.
This is terrible.
If this is solved, what their criminal past was. I'd like to see the rap sheet on the people that done this. Wouldn't you?
Oh, I'm sure it's that long, and they've been slapped on the wrist and let back out because of a certain party. Now is the time. Do you want to take our country back, or do you want to lose us? Because our country is fixing to be lost. We've got 75 or so days left before we can change America. When you start taking God's people and saying you're a child, and if you want to cut it off, you can. If you want to cut these up here off, you can. We don't care. You do what you want to do. When you start allowing that type of activity, you're going against God. And when you go against God, this is the crap we get in our life right here. What we're dealing with every day. It's time to change, yes.
I agree totally with Yodi. Let's show everybody a street view of where we're at, of where 37th Avenue is, where it overlooks. We'll go to Google. This is Google here as you go down the street. This is on top of the hill. This is the normal street here. Here's the intersection. Let's go up here. Here's the intersection of 37th and right there, 1600 block of 37th Avenue. We've got a home here. We've got a home here. As we'll go here, let's just look at this. This overlooks Highland Park. This is straight down in front of Highland Park there. As you'll look at this is the home right here that was originally all the land to Highland Park belonged to. Then it was deeded to the city. If it ever ceases to be a park, it would go back to that house there. 1907 was when that was built. So that gives you a general idea of where this shooting happened last night. But let me remind you, these, and I don't have the exact age yet. I'm going to say in their upper 60s, possibly 71, 72, 73, somewhere late 60s to early 70s is the age that we're looking at here. What hurt no one inside their home? Is this the police's fault? No. It goes back to leadership of letting criminals feel like they can do this in our streets. We've got to have justice, and we've got to do something swift. We need roadblocks set up every night. Okay, here's the problem with that. We're lack of officers, aren't we?
You know, think about this right here. You live in a place, and you've been there forever. And it's one thing to watch the weather and say we've got bad weather coming. There's possible tornadoes in our area. Let's go to a safe space. But when you were at your home and when you hear gunfire, you have a safe space? That's the community we live in, when you have a safe space, because there's so many gunshots in your area that you fear for your life? Wow.
As soon as we get more details on this, and again, I want to remind everyone, this is just developing. This would happen a little after midnight. 12:30ish is when it happened. We'll get more information on this. It's a sad state that is happening, and we're trying to be as upfront about what we know at this point. Names have not been released at this point. That will happen later on. What we need now is some prayer to get these folks through it, and then after that prayer is when we should take action against criminals in our city, and we do hope that that will happen. Speaking of, I got a text last night. It was maybe 9:30ish when I saw it. I'm not sure exactly the time that it came in. It said, hey, I think 3 cars got broken into at Meridian Community College, meaning somebody goes up and cracks the window. Oh, about 5 a.m. this morning, the Lauderdale County Sheriff's Department threw some blue lights on, humming.
Ruh-roh.
They would find a car that was stolen from the parking lot last night of Meridian Community College. This would, you know where about D's Automotive is?
Yeah.
They had been running around all night in the car, and they came through. And this is where I want you to realize what happens in the city affects the county as well. They had been riding around throughout the county, and they were headed back into Meridian, and they would exit the car and run. When the police got there, knew where the car was, it was reported, they jumped out and ran. The car has been recovered right over by D's Automotive, where you take that turn in front of D's. That's where it was recovered. So if your car, a Mitsubishi, was taken last night, Ward probably hook you back up with your car. You might want to go have it clean, washed out.
And do you live in the city?
Me? No, not a bit.
I don't either. We got somebody complaining that we're talking about the city, but we don't live in the city. But let me tell you, I work.
Really?
I pay. I shop. I stay in the city all day long. What affects the city affects me.
Absolutely.
And affects my family and affects my...
Take it.
I care about every single person that lives in the city. Just because I live on the outskirts of the city and the county doesn't mean I don't give a flip about every single person that lives inside the city.
Absolutely.
I do, because that's where my livelihood is. That's where I shop. That's where I eat. That's where I entertain. That's where my friends live.
Take it a step further, Odie. Clark County is just as concerned with what goes on in the city limits of Meridian, because they also drive to the hospitals. They go to the doctors. Oh, let's go a step. Philadelphia comes to Meridian and shops here. Newton comes. You know what? Because Meridian is the hub, and this is why all of this matters. Now, our population in the city limits of Meridian has dropped. I got in radio, 1986, 1987, somewhere along in there. The population of downtown Meridian was 53,000 people. Yeah. Now it's at around 32,000, maybe dropped a few more because it's been the flight. As crime has taken over, people have left that inner city and gone to the county because they feel a little bit safer.
It's a double whammy.
So
people are leaving for employment and jobs because they need an opportunity to raise a family. But then the other side of that whammy is people's leaving because of the safety, because of the crap that's going on down there.
Yeah, and although we still have the roughly same, we've lost 5 or 10 altogether in the county and all, but people went to the county. Everybody still shops there. Is why this is so important that you know what goes on within that city, because you, your wife, your children may drive to town. We want them to get back home to you safely. And I will harp on that every day. One can never stop a criminal. Let's just be point honest with you.
Exactly.
If there's a criminal over there, there's no way that any sheriff in the world is going to know what that person is going to do. But they can sure make that criminal think about what they're going to do by having high standards, a line that they know if they come to town, they're going to get it. Let me tell you something. As you go into Clark County, you go into Newton County, and you go into Neshoba County, those names pop up. I wonder where Eric Clark is today. Oh, Eric Clark has got cuffs, and he will take me downtown. So will Anthony. So will Barry. As we get into Jody Pennington, we've got, of course, here in Lauderdale County, Wart's going to get you. We've got to get that same feeling into the city. And we're not going to back down on this whatsoever. I ride those streets every single day. Don't you?
Every day. I'm out working in those streets. I love the city of Meridian. I love the county of Lauderdale. This is home. I have lived here with the exception of my time in the United States Navy, I've lived here my entire life.
I just got a text and said, please, somebody bring Odie a vacuum. He needs to calm down. We don't want anything to happen to him. We'll be right back. That's what happened in the city overnight. Lots of other things. Think about what we said. We've got to draw a line and stop all of this. We're not being mean. We're being factual of what's going on in our town. We'll be right back. Have you been wanting your own building, your own shed? Speak to our friends at Best Sadia Building, 601-728-1954. Now, they can custom build you a home from a barn dominium. Maybe it's a shed that you're needing or a simple place to park your car, a garage, a camp house. Maybe you need a place to park your trustworthy Best Sadia Buildings. Speak with Drew, 601-728-1954.
Just $41 a month for this new Brother embroidery machine. Buy it local and get instructions for life, service,
Have you been wanting your own building, your own shed? Speak to our friends at Best Sadia Building, 601-728-1954. Now, they can custom build you a home from a barn dominium. Maybe it's a shed that you're needing or a simple place to park your car, a garage, a camp house. Maybe you need a place to park your trustworthy Best Sadia Buildings. Speak with Drew, 601-728-1954.
Just $41 a month for this new Brother embroidery machine. Buy it local and get instructions for life, service, financing, the lowest price guaranteed, and take it home today at the Sewing and Vacuum Center in Meridian and So Select in Flowood and Hattiesburg.
As the seasons change, so do your clothes, and Garrett Sports Center on 8th Street has exactly what you need. Haybo shirts, long and short sleeve, also Hulk shirts, and America's favorite brand, Carhartt. Whether you need work pants or slacks for church, and nothing lasts like a pair of Carhartt overalls. Maybe it's a set of boots that you need. From box to lacrosse, they have the boot for you. And as hunting season rolls in, they have all the camouflage you need and toboggans to boot. Garrett Sports Center, 3505 8th Street, Meridian. Summertime has arrived, and Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 has the exact lawnmower for your need. If you've got a big yard with acres and acres to mow, they have a mower for that. No matter the size yard you have, Freeman Tractor has the lawnmower that fits you and your budget. From 48-inch all the way up to 60, or the X-Mark lawnmower. Plenty of these to choose from. Also, they carry a complete line of LS tractors. Come by for a test drive today. Financing available. Drop in today to Freeman Tractor, Highway 494, see coleslaw or buttermilk. And welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie. To recap everything, we talked about the deal with the Kemper County Jail yesterday morning, to where Meridian inmates were being held there. There was no contract. We'd gotten down to, there was a bill owed. It was submitted. It was going to be paid, and it was reported several things were wrong with it, as with a report that came out that the 3 inmates had been turned loose from the jail 10 minutes before all of that came out. That's not what happened. Meridian sent a van, and Harold was on board, and they were transferred to Clark County Jail, the 3 remaining inmates that were in Kemper County. They were never turned loose. They were under supervision with Harold's guidance to the jail, and they're down there right now. For the most part, Meridian has now switched to using Clark County Jail. You'll start seeing a lot of folks down there. So,
well, here's a question for you. When you've got so many people that are going to court, and the judge says, okay, you're going to stay in jail for however long or whatever else, and you've got everybody going, please don't send me to Clark County, send me to Kemper.
Yep.
So obviously in Kemper, it's easy peasy.
Well, you had microwaves, you had television, and
you could. I had heard that you could order a pizza. I don't know that for sure.
Me either. I don't know that one.
You know, that would be something that we'd have to look at. But here's the thing: they say that they do not want to go to Clark, because you go to Clark and they say, here, get your phone call, and you've got a couple minutes and then we're done. And people aren't real happy that Harold runs a tight ship.
He does. As we had a note there, Neshoba County will hunt you 24/7 until they find it. And that's true. I can't tell you how many times I've talked to Eric, and he ain't been to bed because he's got a crime that hasn't been solved. They stay on it, and they keep their boys on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's-
So obviously there was some issues with maybe it was a daycare in Kemper and not a jail cell.
That could be, but it's not going to be pleasant. And again, I've toured it several times. It's not pleasant when you go visit Clark County because the door locks and, well, you're in jail then. That's the way it happens there. I don't know any other way to word it. I posted this yesterday morning, and I say this as you're getting dressed to go to work. And this is basically what went on here. Getting up in the morning, you're getting ready to leave, you open up your garage door to go to work. Let's show you what can come visit in your garage while you do this. Why is this not wanting to, I don't see my thing to make it big for some reason. Well, we'll just show you what I've got, and we'll try to figure it out from there. This is straight from a garage. This is on 20th Street Extension. Watch this. Now, as you can hear the yelling in the background there, and he goes off into the night. That's how quickly someone can come take your stuff. You can warm your car up. It could be stolen. But simply opening your garage to leave, someone lurking in the shadows. We say all of this to be always on your guard. And it is easy. Every one of us have had somebody sneak up on us before and just not see it coming. We're saying use extreme caution there. We don't want anything to happen to you whatsoever. But that's how quick criminals hit. Every night, and here's our next problem that I want to point out. And I've mentioned this casually before. Meridian, how many hotels we got, Odie?
All of them.
It's a whole bunch.
It's a bunch.
We got all these interstates that run together, and it's a destination point, a splitting point. People spend the night in our town.
Yeah.
When I tell you that that I don't have the numbers, is why I don't always do it. The number of break-ins in cars at hotels to where you get out and you take your luggage, you come back the next morning and your window's busted out of your car. It's nearly every night in Meridian, Mississippi. Pretty soon, Meridian will be known as the town that has your stuff broken into and no one will stop. I urge every hotel owner that is watching to call the police department and say, do something. I also urge you on your side to have security. Use the best absolute camera footage that we can get, but we've got to have hand in hand both working with hotel security and the police department. I don't want to blame anybody there. Who to blame is the criminals, and they have got to be taken in. But it is much larger than y'all realize. Also, the next crime that is more, because I can't keep up with them, it's hard to tell what has been repossessed and to what is actually stolen. It's cars stolen every night. Every night. This is not occasionally we have one stolen. It is every night somewhere, more so than we know. And it's without a lot of communication from the city of Meridian, I can't verify when I know what one is stolen, because I learned early on, don't report one until you've talked to someone, because it could have been repossessed and someone, and you can't, without verifying with the police department, yes, it was stolen, I'm not going to post it. It's more and more of those every night. And we just don't need to be labeled as that place on I-20 where you get your stuff stolen. Is that good enough?
Well, I mean, that's what brought in our national restaurants, Chili's, Outback. They go by population. They look at a place and say, all right, there's X amount of people that live there. They can support our business. Meridian was unique because of outlying communities and the amount of people who came in at night, and they looked and said, oh, wait a minute, the draw that Meridian has will support our business. People stop laying over here, and it's going to hurt some of these businesses that we've got, and we're going to end up with more empty buildings.
I'm trying to verify something here. I think we've got a car fire, I think.
Uh-oh.
I'm trying to get an answer on this. I got a car tire next to a residence, so that has to mean that there's a car fire. This would be in the 1900 block of Old Wire Road is what I'm getting there. We'll get more details on this coming up in just a second there. Speaking of, Odie was on the scene yesterday. I saw him in the distance. I didn't bother him because, well, you were kind of busy. A lot of you, about a little over 3,000 of you, noticed that that's not working.
Yeah, power went out.
It did. And what happened was, well, a tree fell, didn't it, Odie?
Yeah, a tree fell and hit a main transmission line. That snapped 2 poles, and when the wires touched together and hit the ground, it caused a spark, and it's dry, and it didn't take long to to spray a little bit through there.
There's one of our fire trucks from Martin there. Here is a firefighter off in the bushes there as they go toward where that is. And here they are. I'm going to tell you something. We got a lot of volunteers that jumped to this. As I walked in, the first person I saw, of course, was Stanley.
Oh, yeah.
He was directing and pointing, getting everybody going. David, so many of you were there. And here's a look at the power line. This is the snap pole where the tree fell, correct?
Well, the tree fell a little bit north of there.
Okay.
And snapped one power line down that way, and then all that weight snapped that power line.
All righty. And it took, again, it takes time to get these replaced. First of all, they had to put out the fire.
Yeah.
And then they had to replace the poles. And I know a lot of you goes, whoa, wait a minute. I'm going on to get a hotel room.
And then you had to get the trucks back in here. So you had to order poles, and these wasn't just regular light poles that you find every day. These are a little taller, a little thicker. So they had to get these poles brought in. You had to get that pole removed. Then you had to build that pole where the wires are going to attach to it.
There it is right there.
There it is. And these linemen, let me tell you, these linemen worked their butts off. They had to clear that tree. They had to get all that cleared up to get trucks back in there.
Snapped it, didn't it?
It snapped it, all that weight. And there's their crews right there, EMEPA. They didn't hesitate. They were on the scene. They were getting their plan together, getting everything going to get power back on just as soon as possible. They worked till it was done. And when y'all see these guys out, even if they're just sitting there at a restaurant and getting them some lunch, tell them thank you, because their hard work is what keeps our power on.
Odie, am I looking at that picture right? That this truck here grabs that pole and picks it up and takes it out of the ground, and they can grab another one and sit it in?
That is correct.
Wow. Do y'all remember, and I know the folks who are probably 40 and up will remember back in the day when about 20 men would show up in the front yard. One man would pick it up, and they would pick that pole and set it in the ground. Do y'all remember that? Man, times have changed.
Yeah.
But I remember that as a young man watching that. Been a while ago, and we did get a confirmation on that. This is a car fire that has taken place. Let me open my phone back up. This is the 1900 block of Old Wire Road. It is a car fire there, and it's next to a home that's burning. Volunteer fire department are rushing right now to take care of that. So we hope to have that cleared up here before long.
Yeah, good deal.
Oh boy,
we need to get you, because it's a lot of work that they do. Get you in that bucket truck, and you can see what they.
I'm quite all right there, Odie. I can see I can see clearly now.
That's what the binoculars is for.
I got a call yesterday, and I've never done this. I'm going to be in a helicopter doing something. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing something with a helicopter.
You ever been in one?
Never been in a helicopter.
Well, let me go ahead and tell you.
Is it
You're
different?
Fall in love.
Is it different from an aeroplane?
Oh yeah, it is.
Is it scary?
Awesome. Oh no. I like airplanes. Well, I love a helicopter. I done told Amy, I said, go ahead and be prepared. I said, I'm saving up. I'm going to have me a helicopter.
Do you know what a helicopter costs?
I do. That's why I'm saving. Been saving for a while.
Odie may be saving into his next life.
I'm going to get up in that helicopter.
It'll be like Teddy Bear.
Get me a go-kart engine and a fan blade.
We'll be right back as we continue this morning. We'll be right back. We got some more fun to do. Plus, we got a lot of local headlines still to go.
Meet John. He's on the hunt for the car of his dreams. John calls Adrian, who's ready to assist in making sure John's car buying experience is seamless. With Hyundai of Meridian, your new ride is just a call away. Discover endless possibilities at HyundaiofMeridian.com. Hyundai of Meridian. New thinking, new possibilities.
If every time
Jordan with Parish Tractor here to talk about our fall hunting package, the Whitetail Widowmaker, L2502 DT with a DH1560 an RCR 1260 6-foot cutter. You're going to get a free pipe top trailer with that. We're about 60 days from hunting season. This package is going to start around $29,999 cash, as little as $385 per month. Come see us. 4 locations: Meridian, Hattiesburg, Poplarville, Robertsdale, and coming soon to the Panhandle of Florida.
Place to eat? Well, come explore the great flavors of the French Quarter in downtown Enterprise. Whether you're in the mood for a romantic night out, a family dinner, or a cozy atmosphere with great service that make dining with the French Quarter an unforgettable experience. Drop by today and taste our delicious dishes. Come explore the flavors of the French Quarter. 120 West Bridge Street, downtown Enterprise. Call 601-659-0500, the French Quarter. The Precast Group, offering you the best selection when it comes to a storm shelter. Located on 145 South in Meridian, where they offer above-ground shelters that can be installed in your home as you're building, are conveniently located right outside your home if it's already built. They also offer storm shelters that can be installed in a slight bank or on flat ground. Protect your family today with a very affordable storm shelter from the Precast Group. Highway 145 South, 601-482-0003. The Precast Group. A lot of people commenting they love helicopters. Look, I may have done the impossible yesterday. Remember that song Joe Nickel had, The Impossible? I may have just done that. I think, the early stages of this, I think I got somebody talked into something.
We're working on it.
I think we've got R.W. Williams a date. No kidding.
It took 2 years.
I took a picture of him yesterday, and he happened to be holding a $20 bill. And I said, he can't afford to feed you a steak. He had it in his hand. Took a picture up, and I sent it to a young lady. Word is, she just, I got her telephone number now.
But now, I hope she's not too mad because...
What's going to happen?
Well, when they meet in real life, you use that Facebook makeup artistry on him. Don't let R.W. He's got more money. He could burn 2 wet mules and still have cash
he is kind of like having, what was the song the Bellamy Brothers had? What She Needs a Sugar Daddy?
He's got Sugar Daddy wrote all that. I think it's tattooed on his forehead.
Sugar Daddy. Diamond rings and a brand new caddy.
Don't let him tell you he can do it. Yeah.
We got a date coming. We may just have to tag along and video a little bit of this date when it happens.
We're not going to tell them.
We're hide in the booth.
Yeah. We're going to video
So
this
Clarkdale, y'all get
it.
ready. He may have a day. He may be whistling one morning.
And he's got a passport so he can go into Clark County now.
Oof.
He was kept out there for a little while, but he got a passport.
We'll let y'all know how this dating hookup works there. As we go back and roll back the hands of time, we go to a great Mississippian having a birthday today.
Yeah.
He was born in 1917 and just world renowned. If you're in the Blues Brothers movie, you done made it.
You have made it big time.
A boom, boom, boom. As we go back to remember this guy, John Lee Hooker was born on this date in 1917, hung out in Jackson, Mississippi, hang out in the Delta. He was a great blues man right here.
Go outside, look at the stars, sit back, relax, and have a little blues playing in the background.
Good stuff there. Alice, I think, was where she started out, and then she got her own show, wasn't it?
I think that was Alice.
Or was it Mary Tyler Moore show?
May have been. I didn't watch Mary Tyler
I think
Moore.
it was Mary Tyler Moore. Rhoda.
She looks like...
Valerie Harper is who it is. She was born on this date in 1939. I think she passed away from cancer, but she got her own show called Rhoda. I think it was kind of liberal for the time, but it seems like it come from the Mary Tyler Moore show. If I were to be put to the test, I'd go that route.
Yeah. I didn't care for these two either.
You
I
didn't?
watched it for Squiggy.
Who remembers Cindy Williams? She was the one on the left there.
Yeah.
She recently just passed away there. Both of those are gone now.
Yeah. Now, isn't it true that they did not like each other at all?
No, they had a big fight on the show, if you remember, and that's when Cindy Williams disappeared, and it was just by herself, Laverne by herself. There was really no need for the L on the shirt anymore.
We knew who it was then.
Yeah. But they had a big falling out, and it seems like maybe they had a little bit of, they spoke before they passed away. But they never became good friends again. I love this movie. Probably the most serious movie that he ever did. as acting. Most of them were just sing, but this one had a plot. Anybody remember this movie, Odie?
Love me
Tender, love me true.
Oh,
I don't
if we
remember
could
the
sing,
and I
we
knew the
would.
words to it. We have not been asked to come to the Raleigh Center yet to do our renditions of Can You Name That Tune yet, but we're waiting on the invitation.
Nobody even let us open for them.
I know. Be a packed house, I think.
I think so. I mean, come on.
1957. She had other songs, but no one remembers them. I'll put it that way. She had one song only that everybody remembers. And you only think of it during Father's Day because it was called Daddy's Hands. As we go back to remember Holly Dunn, she had a song called You Had Me Going. You Really Had Me Going? Yeah, didn't go anywhere.
Daddy's Hands, I think, was the big one.
Yeah, it was.
Charlene liked it and requested that be sung at Daddy's funeral.
Really?
So that was a big song that we had for him. Boy, that was... Daddy's been gone for almost 30 years.
If you could call Alan, if I die, I'd like him to come sing Amazing Grace. It'd be kind of nice him to. Alan Jackson's version of that, they ain't no better.
I'll make a phone call.
Man, that's good stuff there. This was a B artist is what we'll call this, what Van Mack would call, he's a B artist. He ain't never going to be an A artist. He's a B. He's back there. Anybody remember Colin Ray? He was born in 60 on this date. That Little Red Rodeo, Love Me. That was remember the poem of the two, meet me behind the tree and I'll get there where I can. Love Me. Anyway, Colin Ray. Enough about that. Let's see what happened. 1970, they would make the cover of TV Guide. Oh, it was our favorite. Here he is, Matt Dillon and gang, as they made the cover there in 1970. Kitty, Doc, and of course Festus on there with them. A show that was really, really good. I liked that a whole lot. 1986, we brought this up before. You ready to sing?
Stand by me.
Won't
you? Stand
oh yeah, we ain't on the same notes
by
today.
me.
I tried.
I think we're at the
Could you
the E level.
Could you get me some sheet music?
Yeah,
This came out today. One of the best little movies there ever was. Won't You Stand By Me?
That was an awesome movie.
It was. Mickey Gilley would just make a ton off of a song named the same thing. Great stuff there.
And that's what us kids did.
Oh yeah.
That's how we spent. We didn't do.
I remember walking down the railroad tracks looking for spikes and insulators and things of that nature as a kid.
Yeah.
Be gone all day doing that.
Enjoyed it.
Yeah, well, let's see here. What else we got? Oh, 1987. Why does it have to be right or wrong? Who remembers that song by Restless Heart? Larry Stewart and the gang there. Made a little cameo there. Joe D.
Yep.
I'm All Right. 1988 was when it happened. She'll whoop you. I want everybody to realize that.
Hit you with that guitar.
She's a tough woman. I just want to be upfront with this. I might have a hard time getting her a date because most men are scared of her. It's like, whoop,
Yeah.
you're not going to hurt me, are you?
Some of y'all are having a little trouble with the Facebook. We don't know what it is. Everything's going out. YouTube right now is flawless. It's going great across there. Something about our views may kind of slow us down a little bit, but yeah.
Scotty Ray Report on YouTube. Just type that in, Scotty Ray Report. You can follow us there and watch everything live that we do.
You can comment on there and we'll see it, or you can comment on Facebook as well. But sometimes the FB kind of skips just a hair, but we're running at 0.2%, 0.1% of usage, so we're jetting it out.
It is there. Arlene says she switched over to YouTuber. Good channel there. It would be 1996 that we would lose him today. No!
Yep.
We would lose it. Loretta Lynn would lose her husband of so many years there who really put her on the map. He was 5 days short of making it to 70. Wow. And it was a love there. That's what happened on today, and a little bit of history there. We got more local headlines coming up. We'll do that next with Scotty Ray and Otis. We'll be right back.
Tired of buying cars with no warranty? Are you worried about your car breaking down? Come see us at Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, the only dealership in Meridian that gives.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Every event starts with a great grill, great cookware, and accessories. Add in some locally sourced meat and dairy, along with frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, daybeds, and have fun with our cornhole boards. From coolers to trailers, we have everything you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the Back Porch.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
Downtown Meridian is thriving with a fresh look, and now it's getting a new neighbor. Toyota of Meridian is now open under new hometown leadership. We're bringing automotive knowledge and experience home with a focus on improved customer satisfaction and all new pricing. Toyota of Meridian is excited to serve the Queen City and exceed your expectations.
I'm Trinard Rush, and I want to invite you to Toyota Meridian, where hometown pride drives excellence.
And welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie. Recap this morning of what's gone on. We've had 2 people shot in the overnight. If you're just joining us, 2 people shot in the overnight hours. An elderly couple that were trying to get to a safe space when shooting happened. The husband is in critical condition. The wife has also been shot. We don't know.
Both been airlifted.
Yes. We don't know if there's a suspect. We don't know any of that yet. But we do understand, I'm told, that there's a home that I know has tons of cameras, and hopefully we've got a little bit of footage from that the police department has gotten their hands on. We're waiting to find out more on this. So we'll see. We had a fender bender last night. I went on out to the I-20s and got to meet a new highway patrolman. As we look at this, here we are, Odie. Oops.
Oh.
He was just going down the road minding his own business, and here come some big tires.
What?
Chewed right up beside him. Always watch those 18-wheelers. Sometimes they just don't see you for whatever reason. Yeah. Highway patrol on scene, as we'll see that major dent there.
It's going to leave a mark.
Yeah, you'll see it lock the tire up there as he come off the side of the road with rubber burning.
We're glad he was able to pull off the street safely. And that's all it was.
And there's the rig that was involved in that. And again, to the rig, it didn't really do anything because it sits so much higher, and it was tires eating into the side of that car. Always, it was not the fault of the driver of the car. Don't ever think that. But don't hang around beside one unless you just got to, if you're boxed in. And keep this in mind: if you've got a car that's up ahead of you that's running slow, don't pull in behind them and ride beside that rig. It ain't worth it. Wait a car length, let that get around, then go on.
Yeah, don't ride beside that rig. Because it's not just the driver that you have to worry about, it's the equipment. Those tires can blow out in a heartbeat, and with that much weight, it comes right over.
And I've seen the tires, just that rubber, if it was to blow in your windshield.
Oh, yeah. Ooh. Yeah.
So that's a little bit of what we had going on there. Let's see what else. We've got a road closure, a temporary road closure we need to talk about, Odie.
Alamucha Wynot Road, they're going to be coming in today and replacing that railroad crossing.
Okay.
So, it's going to be out there from, 3 o'clock this morning to about 2 p.m. this afternoon. So if you're in that area, just be careful.
Hopefully they can get that fixed pretty quick. Sometimes things happen in other towns that get our attention.
Yeah.
Oxford, Mississippi got my attention yesterday.
I was going to a party.
The Bud truck was going down the road, and we had an issue here.
Yeah.
Budweiser all over the little natural light there.
A little natty light laying out there.
That was Bob Euchre's beer, wasn't it?
No, he was Miller Lite.
Okay.
Yeah, it must be on the front row.
Yeah, that's right. This is the Frogs beer.
Oh man,
that's a pile.
Right. The Frogs. Oh, the Frogs.
Yeah, Bud.
That was good.
Why?
Now Ultra, I like Ultra.
Ooh, but that was the scene there, and the big scene. The police put out the report in big letters. We do not need help with cleanup.
Now, there was 3 dogs that stumbled away.
Things like that do happen.
Oh, man. Discussed RFK may endorse Trump. We haven't. And he hadn't done it yet. And
that's why
expected sometime today, so we're not going to do it until it comes out.
Yeah, I was on something like that. I'm hesitant because there's been so wishy-washy with all that. He went to her camp. Apparently, he didn't get what he wanted there. He's gone over and talked to Donald. We don't know.
Yeah.
Until he does it, I'm not going to say anything.
We don't know. Samantha, no information has come out yet. Court's coming, so we'll keep up to date on the situation that happened with a minor.
Okay.
But as soon as it comes out, we'll let y'all know what's going on, but hadn't had court yet.
Okay. What's out? Is there a cat out of the bag? I heard it's out of the bag. He's out. What's Chris talking about?
I heard it was out.
I don't know.
I don't know.
The car that I brought up just a little bit ago is fully involved. The firefighters are on the scene taking care of this. And again, this is 1900 block of Old Wire Road is where they are. We love
Hardy's
it.
leaving Meridian? I hadn't heard of Hardy's leaving Meridian. Have you?
Hardy who?
Hardy's?
No, not that I
hadn't heard it.
No, I hadn't heard any of that. I do like it when folks, you get to go on vacation because sometimes me and Odie can't go. Look at this Alaskan vacation that we got yesterday. Look at that. Is that not beautiful?
That is. And that's sitting on a patio or golly.
That's on a boat, isn't it?
It is on probably a cruise ship.
Yeah, that is just absolutely gorgeous. And we do appreciate it. If you go on one, send us back there. Denise George sent us those pictures, and we appreciate you so much doing that as you're out lounging, enjoying yourself.
I'm not going to be able to get on a cruise ship until October. You know how long it is?
Do you know how long it's going to be before I get to go on one?
Balcony, that's it. Because I love, that's all I'm going to get on is a balcony. Well, you need to come on one with us pretty quick.
It ain't possible. Not right now, it's not.
Yeah.
Look, wait a minute. I got a message yesterday, and I typed in the address and said, "What you talking about, Willis?" There ain't no way I can get there before that fire truck gets there. And I was right, because you know what? It was like an hour and a half back in there. Ooh. What do we got, like 700 square miles in Lauderdale County?
That's about right.
It would have taken me 3 days to get there before the fire department, and it's gone. A camper, a total loss yesterday in the 5900 block of Kewanee Church Road. Fortunately, no one was hurt, no one was injured, but Odie, that's a teetotal loss there as we look at that.
Man, prayers go out to them.
Yes, sir, Bob. Let's see here. Listen, we got a missing kitty cat.
Oh, he's missing? Oh, no.
Pumpkin is missing, and we need to put this up here. This is what Pumpkin looks like. This is going to be on Mayat Road in the Collinsville area. We got a telephone number if you happen to see it, and they're offering a little cash reward because they missed their baby.
Bring Pumpkin home.
Make Pumpkin great again. Bring her home. And we do hope that happens there. If you need more information, you can visit our page to get that number to call them. Making sure we hadn't had any updates here that are going on this morning. Nope, no updates on that.
Nothing yet.
All right, let's see what else we've got going on. This would happen yesterday morning.
He's way down up in there.
This was a very sweet young lady who had a medical emergency that ran off the road. And as we often talk about paying attention, this is mile marker 157 as you're coming from Meridian, coming into Meridian, getting off 145 to 20. And let's just play this.
Wow.
Big thank you to everyone who responded to that. She was taken care of and checked out, but a small medical emergency is what went on with that, and that could have turned into something. Because you think about that, if it hit another vehicle, God looks out for us when we just don't know it.
Amen.
We even had a little fender bender yesterday morning down in Archusa, there at the split, going to equipment there as we looked there from the windshield view there of a pick-em-up truck off in the bushes there. So they happen every day. We want you to be careful there.
Yeah.
Let's see what else information I've got to get it to where I get some facial recognition because this punching in numbers ain't cutting it.
I think that hat to throw them off.
Yeah. All righty. All right. Let's see what else we've got going on that's happened around in the area there. We send condolences when somebody's in our area in the state of Mississippi. We send condolences. The former Columbus police chief has passed away. Joe St. John. Condolences to his family. It's one of those things we hate that happened there. We have Forest County, Mississippi, which is south of here. We don't know details. The investigation goes into this, but a 14-year-old son is accused, and we use the word accused of killing his father.
14 years old.
More details on that will come out in days to come as we look at that. That's one of those stories there that grabs us there. USM, they took some words out. They got some liquid paper. Anybody remember what that was?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're taking out a few words there that says diverse in their mission statement, getting rid of that.
Diverse and inclusiveness. The thing is, they're taking it out, but they're not changing the way they do stuff. It's still going to be in there. DEI is still 100% a go.
Ask Harley Davidson about how that worked out for him.
Yeah.
You want to talk about some American people that got bent out of shape? They did. They basically told Harley, you straighten this out or we don't buy Harleys anymore. But all across America, we see this slipping into companies. And I know people, and I'm not going to bring up the name of the companies, and you folks would be shocked as the classes that employees have to sit there and listen to. Mm-hmm. It's just, I won't touch it.
It will make your skin crawl.
Yeah, that's one way of putting it there.
Terry, that's a huge thing going on right now. You know, go woke, go broke.
Yeah.
That has truly hit a lot of companies. Look around. The companies that support your beliefs, support them.
Greenville, Mississippi. We even hate to tell this as I look at a few stories across the state. It's important to let you know a few other things that are going on. Greenville, father has been arrested. Left a 3-year-old in a car.
Oh, man.
Odie, what do you even say to stuff like that?
I still have that how. There's no words, and I understand that you're going through a hard time because you just lost a child. But at the same time, what did that child go through? Because you forgot them. They were left.
And this is not the first time, nor will it be the last time something like this happens horribly.
No.
A lot of times it's said that a parent that normally doesn't drop a child off will forget. I ain't saying that's what's going on here, but I've heard of that.
I talked to them while we were driving down the road. I had my mirror on them. I knew they were there. I had music for them playing on the radio. I knew they were there, whether it was my day to pick them up, whether I went to pick Braylon up at daycare, or if I took him that morning, I knew he was there. He was part of me. I don't understand how that can happen.
Well, let us bring up one thing before we go to commercials. Sometimes if you're not real smart, take somebody along with you. If you go to a zoo, don't think that you can
we
get in.
We ain't got that many people to go with others.
We had a woman in New Jersey. Have you seen the story of this? Where she gets in jumps the fence with a tiger. Let's just say that didn't work out. In the end, old tiger there took it there for a little while of her yelling at him, and he finally goes, she ain't gonna mess with the tiger no more. She didn't die, but she ain't never gonna do that again. Scotty Ray and Odie will be right back.
Meridian's favorite barbecue is Squealer's Barbecue, named the barbecue capital for the state of Mississippi. Whether it's barbecue, wings, or burgers, Squealer's simply has the best for a family environment. Every Thursday night, there's live music out on the porch. Takeout orders are welcome, and whether it's your next tailgate or large catering event, your friends at Squealer's are there to help. Drop in for lunch today or a night out on the town. Squealer's Barbecue, the best in...
Hi folks, Paul Brown with Dixie Buildings. We're here to take care of all your building needs for your personal and your business needs. That includes portable buildings, carports, sheds. Don't forget your hunting camps are coming in. You can start out with our 8x10s. If we cannot haul it, we can build it for you on site. We have 2 locations, one on Highway 19 South and our home office just around the corner on Long Creek Road. Just give us a call at 601-483-4943.
Just $41 a month for this new Brother embroidery machine. Buy it local and get instructions for life, service, financing, the lowest price guaranteed, and take it home today at the Sewing and Vacuum Center in Meridian and So Select in Flowood and Hattiesburg.
Rockhouse Gun and Pound, located at 5430 Highway 19 North, is ready for spring. From weed eaters to push and riding lawnmowers, and one of the largest selections you'll find in chainsaws, along with power tools and generators for backup power. Maybe you're in the market for a TV or maybe a guitar. And not to mention a large selection of diamond rings and Louis Vuitton purses. The Rockhouse Gun and Pawn even has a private lobby for your pawns for confidentiality. Visit them today, Highway 19 North, Rockhouse Gun and Pawn. Summertime has arrived, and Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 has the exact lawnmower for your need. If you've got a big yard with acres and acres to mow, they have a mower for that. No matter the size yard you have, Freeman Tractor has the lawnmower that fits you and your budget. From 48-inch all the way up to 60, or the X-Mark lawnmower. Plenty of these to choose from. Also, they carry a complete line of LS tractors. Come by for a test drive today. Financing available. Drop in today to Freeman Tractor, Highway 494, see coleslaw or buttermilk. Whoop, that means we got to talk again.
We're here. We're here. You know, I was just thinking.
What were you thinking?
There's a lot of things that I look and say somebody's education failed them.
Who we got?
It goes back. I just can't believe that woman jumped over into a pen with a tiger. Your education failed you. There's some common sense that, I mean, it's just got to take over. I'm scared for our country.
We do have people like that are challenged. And you want to know what? Let me scare you even more.
Yeah.
They vote.
Oh, that hurt.
You're
right.
I have to be honest about situations. And it just shows how, I guess some people can be told things that aren't the truth and they'll believe it easily. How there are some politicians who are really good at making up a story and that's why we always say, research somebody. How they voted. Make sure you understand that, because anybody can make something sound good. It's kind of like that salesman trying to put something on you. Be sure of what you're getting.
You're not having to research to get answers anymore. We'll give you what's on the test and tell you what the answer is. And when you see the question, just write down this answer. No longer do you have to really study and research for the right answer.
Still getting reports of that car fire out there on Old Wire Road. Must be pretty vicious there.
It must be pretty bad.
I'm thinking some insurance agent's going, ooh, I hope they're not insured.
Yeah. Ooh, was that some of mine?
that was ugly, wasn't it?
I hope it wasn't a company that I used, because mine will probably go up just because
we don't want that to happen to you, Odie. But things like that happened. So if you're in that neck of the woods, y'all keep that in mind, that firefighters are responding to that. And it's usually just a little bit busier when the firefighters on roads like that. Give them room. As a matter of fact, did I see 2 new fire trucks rolling into Lauderdale County that are getting ready to be delivered?
Yeah. We got some Rosenbauer fire engines. One's going to go to Meehan Fire and Rescue, and the other will be going to Lost Gap Fire and Rescue. So definitely thanks to the Board of Supervisors for purchasing 2 more trucks. About $800,000 or so for the 2 of those, but they will benefit 2 departments that are out taking care
protecting
of
your
our
neighborhood.
communities. And $800,000 for 2 trucks. My tax dollars going to that. You'll be surprised, and we're trying to get some stuff together to show y'all on paper exactly what this does, but it saves homeowners
insurance.
So much money on your insurance, because your insurance companies say, well, if you've got that old truck, we're going to raise the insurance rates for the people in the county because you can't have too old of a truck because it may not work. So we have to replace these trucks every 10 to 15 years and keeps your insurance rate down. But if you think you're paying $2,400 a year on insurance for a $300,000 home,
imagine what it would be.
It'll let your rates go from a a 7 to a 9, and you'll be paying over $5,000 a year for insurance. So that investment that Lauderdale County Board of Supervisors does for our volunteer fire departments saves so much money in each one of your pockets every year.
That's the good news. Speaking of homes, boy, Snowden and Company can really take care of you when it comes to, well, taking care of the investments you do. Still one of the largest investments you will ever make in your life. Visit them today online there, snowdenrealestate.com. You can look at every home they've got. They'll be open Monday through Friday through 5 p.m. Weekend, Saturday by appointment, closed on Sundays. But you'll see a lot of these signs that says so with Amanda's face on it. Yeah, she's out and about. They want to help you when it comes to buying, selling, whatever it is, dealing with home or land. Snowden and Company will take care of you. Good folks, we give them a thumbs up. Visit them today. They'll help you out there. So what's in store for today, Odie?
Today got some things got to get done around the office, and we're pushing forward, getting some training going. We've got training starting this weekend. We'll be traveling tonight, headed down to Florida. The rest of the team will be trickling in, coming in tomorrow. We're going to go down there and get everything set up, get the training grounds we're going to do in place for our dive team. So we're definitely building a top-notch team. Our instructors will be down there this weekend with us that we're bringing in, and just going to have a good time of fun training. As much as you say training's not fun, but
I get it.
You got to make it fun somehow.
All right. As we get this, just do a few birthdays as we get this well underway today.
Well, we already past that time.
Don't forget the big headline this morning is right here as we recap of 2 people shot overnight. This would be right near Highland Park in the 1600 block of 37th Avenue. 2 people, critical condition, have been flown out of Meridian to Jackson. A husband and wife that are elderly were shot when they heard gunshots trying to get to a safe space in their home. We'll update you as this develops throughout today. That's the news there.
That's terrible. But we got some celebratory people out here on our list. Rita Mae Dortry's having a birthday. Ann Smith, 80 years young today. Kim Stewart Scruggs, 56. Austin Randall, 29. Randy Thomas, 67. Craig Boswell, 45. Renee Hamilton, 51. You're catching up, Nene. Troy and Lee Moore celebrating 32 years together. Chad Hurst is having a birthday. Robert Livingston's having a birthday. Katie Boyette, 33 years old. And bringing in is Kyle Miller, celebrating 22 years.
All right.
So let's hit this go button, see what we've got coming up. And number 50 is going to be Randy Thomas, celebrating 67 years. And you are the winner of the Scotty Ray Report Hyundai of Meridian coffee mug. Go by Hyundai of Meridian on Highway 39 North and pick that up today. So happy birthday and happy anniversary to each and every one of our guests that's celebrating today.
Just after 8 o'clock as we begin this day, as we get it going, a nice day. It will be warmer later on as we'll get a heat index of about 97. Temperature-wise, we should see about 94. These 60-degree temperatures we've got right now will fade away in just a little while as we'll get down to 68 tonight. As we leave, Odie, as always, we need encouragement to make it to the following day. What do you got for us?
I got a message, and I read it, and the lady says, look, I love what y'all do, and I love how you end the segment, the show, and this is a Bible verse that's meant so much for me, so I was just going to throw this out to you. And when I read it, I said, that is really, really something that is good to push out, and that's Isaiah 41, verse 10. Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy God. I will strengthen thee. Yea, I will help thee. Yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. He is there, and he is with us. We just need to invite him into our hearts. Forgive us of our sins and celebrate with him every single day. He is with us, And he's going to be there. He will not forsake us. He will not leave us. He tells us so many times in the good Bible. I hope you bring him into your heart and ask him to forgive you of your sins and change your life forever. To me, I won't be back until Monday morning.
Correct.
But you and the, I won't say the big man, but
the round mound
the
of
round
sound.
mound of sound will be in tomorrow morning. At,
Also, well, we got a special guest coming. I hear rumor that Todd Kemp is making his way.
Oh, Mr. Knowledge himself.
Yeah, he's coming into town to share some things with us tomorrow.
Yeah, I tell you, him in here, and I like that round mound of sound in here after he eats all that food that he was on that commercial. But y'all have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful weekend. Scotty Ray and the gang be back tomorrow. I'll see y'all Monday. Until then, have a wonderful day, and remember that we'll always love you.